Hey guys, this is Adam from the Dimensional Gaming Squad here, bringing you with Battle of the Beast, episode 12! Madara the Midnight Warrior, I just said his name, and Arachnid the King of Spiders. Yes! A good fight. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have a witness of the fight right out there. Just listen to how the fight goes. You better let Madara win. Please let Madara win. And this is so creepy. I don't like that cat. It's so creepy. I'm not a cat person, first of all. But I don't overly mind them. Because a few of my closest friends have cats. But I think it has to do with the fact that this exact cat that's completely white, has yellow eyes, just sits down in front of my house and stares at my window when I talk about this beast. It's weird, but it's hilarious. Okay, so the size advantage goes to Madara. The speed advantage also goes to Madara easily. I'm not even going to attempt to look out this window because I don't want to see that cat. The fights I think should take place, even though the fight in Madara took place in the plains. Madara is a beast set to be in the frozen plains, or the icy plains, let's say, for Avantia. Arachnid was in a cave that's at the south of Avantia, near a town called Spindrel. Okay. I think it'd be good if the fight took place in a rather enclosed but kind of open environment. So, despite the fact that I kind of destroyed this area last episode, let's say Tremor and Terra's fight was the last fight to take place in chronological order for these fights. Because I don't think I'll be needing the forest for the next round. So Madara and Arachnid, their fight would take place in the same area of the Forest of Fear where the first Battle of the Beast was, in a clearing with surrounded by a bunch of trees. So both of these are good. Well, Arachnid's a bad beast, Madara's a good beast. So okay, I see what I can do here. I see what I can do with the next video as well, because yeah, that one can go out well. Okay, so close your eyes and let me weave you a tale of how one beast fights another. Arachnid has been created by Malvel to hunt down and kill a good beast, not of Avantia, that's been transported here and is in the Forest of Fear, trying to figure out where she is. And she's highly aggressive. Arachnid then scuttles. I don't know, what would you call a spider when moving on all eight of its legs? I'll say scuttle. I don't know. Just moving around, go like just makes its way from Spindrill Cave to the Forest of Fear to fight this beast. Madara is lurking around to try and figure out where she is, and just very confused. Then she sees a giant spider just scuttling towards a clearing in the forest. Go like, what the hell? And Madara's like, breakfast. Oh, well, it is breakfast time for me. I still haven't had my breakfast. I still haven't eaten. I need to eat after this because I'm actually really hungry. Madara's going to make me really upset now because she's hungry. Madara then creeps around Arachnid, kneels down into the grass, and launches herself up with a claw to the ready to stab at Arachnid. Arachnid notices this, scuttles forward, making Madara miss. Madara, having cat-like reflexes, lands on the ground, pounces up again, and pounces forward to get a slice in on Arachnid. It works, slicing at Arachnid's abdomen. Arachnid then leans back, shoots a web out towards Madara to try and slow her down. It captures Madara, wrapping around each of her legs and her body as well, causing her to fall over into a ball. Madara then cuts through the web, with her glass-like spikes on her back. Yeah, don't think I've forgotten about that. That was actually one of my favourite abilities I've seen. So, just cut through there. Madara then... Oh, God, I don't like that in my collar. Just keep it like that. Keep it folded up, because I like that. I like it like this. Just runs up back to Arachnid. And when she's running, she plans to run right over on top of Arachnid. So she runs on top of Arachnid, slicing at him with her claws. And it actually slices off 2 of Arachnid's 8 legs. But before Madara could get completely clear of it, Arachnid gets one of his other legs and stabs at Madara, getting her in the back left thigh, let's say. Madara now is a bit slower, and just glares back at Arachnid with that bit like this. That's actually a really good example, because this is how she is looking, in my opinion here. Arachnid then leans back, roaring, shoots another web out. Madara pounces aside and jumps up to try and slice directly at Arachnid's face. Arachnid's able to block that with one of his other arms, but that arm then gets chopped off. And then Arachnid stabs Madara in the belly with one of his other legs, which I believe he now has 5 left. Of course, now Madara is kind of bleeding. And a bit slower. Arachnid scuttles up to Madara and bites into one of the wounds that he made. Let's say the one in the thigh, and infects his venom. Actually, oh no! I confirmed when I was talking about Arachnid in the Golden Armor review. He doesn't have he doesn't have toxic venom. He just bites down into it to try and drink Madara's blood, because that's what spiders do to flies. They drink their blood. Madara gets away for she loses too much blood, and then slashes at Arachnid's chest, and multiple times, and then uppercuts Arachnid in the head, causing him to fall back onto the ground. And Madara, because she can actually do this, then gets her spikes on the back of her neck at the ready, and is actually able to do this. I'm actually surprised about this, but we did see in the book, shoots out the spikes in all directions, pinning against all the trees around her, but also hitting Arachnid in the chest, abdomen and face as well. And 2 of the spikes actually hits 2 of his eyes, blinding him. Well, not completely, but kind of blinding him. Arachnid then gets back up. Obviously, can't really see much where he's going, but can see where Madara is. Madara pounces around, trying to make Arachnid go around in the circle, because Arachnid isn't the brightest beast. It was, however, I need to mention this again. I did say this in its Golden Armor review. Arachnid may not be the smartest beast, but it was very clever with how he went his way of protecting the Golden Armor. Instead of going after his victims, he lets his victims come to him. I like that, I really do. Arachnid tries shooting another web at Madara to make her slow down. It hits Madara, causing her to tumble back down to the ground as well, just wrapping around her legs. But when she fell down, it broke all of her chest spike. Oh no, not her chest spikes, her back spikes here. So Madara's now kind of trapped, just go like with her legs and tail wrapped up around the web. Whilst Arachnid's scuttling over towards her, Madara tries to think of a way to get out. And the only way she could think of doing that is by biting at the web to try and pull it off. And it works just before Arachnid gets to her. So Arachnid's like leaning back, ready to go for a bite. Madara moves and he just bites into the ground. Madara then pounces round, jumps on top of Arachnid, and slices at his head, and even gets a few bites in there as well. And whilst she's doing that, she decided that it would be easier to just get rid of Arachnid by slicing off all the other legs that Arachnid has, along with guessing her back claws to slice at Arachnid's abdomen as well. So I think it just ended this fight because Arachnid now has no legs, made so many injuries on the chest, abdomen, eyes and head, the back of the head as well, whilst Madara only has a few wounds. Okay, well, I don't know what that was, but yeah. So, let's finish this up because we know how this is going to end. You're welcome, little cat that's out there. Oh my god, it's still there. Madara then goes in front of Arachnid and tries to get a taste, and Arachnid gets a taste of his own medicine by biting into Arachnid's head, where his two blind eyes are, and just pulling viciously at the head with her paws dug into the sides of Arachnid where his legs have been to try and pull his head off, and it works. And then Madara goes back to her primitive state where she just plays with the head like it's a ball of yarn. And when she's tired of it, she tosses it up into the air and just kicks it into a tree with one of her hind legs, causing their heads to, well, not really explode, but just hit the tree down. Arachnid's body then crumbles down to the ground dead next to all the limbs scattered all around the clearing, and the head just on the sides over there. So Arachnid got dismembered and decapitated when he died. Madara has won. You're welcome! Madara has won and Arachnid has lost. My mum will be happy about that one. My mum will be happy that Arachnid lost. Madara has won. My mum won't be happy with the Madara one because she's a dog person. She hates cats just as much as I can't. Well, I don't really like cats, but I don't mind them. My mum full on hates cats. So, so Madara won, Arachnid lost. If you disagree with me, please say in the comments below why you think Arachnid should have won. But if you agree, say that you agree, but how you think Madara should have won, of how you think Madara should have won, instead of the way that I described. I just see this one more along the lines happening, and it was probably one of my favourite thoughts of how this fight could have gone. So yeah, Madara won, Arachnid lost, and that's the end of this video. Wow, this is actually my shortest Battle of the Beast video, but I'm going to try and make it last a bit longer, because that's how I do it. Join me in the next Battle of the Beast video, which I won't be recording today. I'll be recording it after this video gets uploaded. And that's the end of my recording session, which started with the Beast review of Series 17. So that's 4 videos. And this next Beast fight. This one, I don't see how I'm going to make it interesting, but because it's kind of obvious who the winner will be. It's Rock the Walking Mountain versus Cayman the Gorgon Hound. If you ask me, I think it's obvious what the winner will be, but I'll see what I can do. But anyway, that is all for this time. If you liked what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press on the notification bell down in the corner below, and I'll see you next time.